once more.
Hey everybody, hi, how are you tonight? Welcome. Oh my gosh, it is so good to see everybody. Got my little Christmas hat going here. Oh, let's see. Linda's here. Hi, Linda. Following so many artists all over Australia, you're learning. Yeah, there are lots in Australia. 45 minutes to where there's actual stores here, so that's 1.5 hours travel. I don't blame you. Yeah, and that's for me too. I have to go 45 minutes to get to actual stores, and so that's kind of like order a lot of stuff. There she is, Palm Springs. I avoided town as well. Well, I'm kind of tucked in. We're supposed to have an ice storm snow starting tomorrow with an ice storm on Friday morning. So that'll be interesting. But then by Saturday, it's supposed to rain and be melted. Larry's here. And let's see, Tamara's here. There's Tamara. Gift. Yes. Bustling to get my package. Yeah. Linda's. Hi, there's Larry. How are you, sir? Boy, it's a chilly day today. I don't know about you, that north wind we had coming out of everywhere. Woo. All right, does this sound okay to you guys? Because it sounds like I am in a tunnel in my ear. Let me see there. Yeah. See if I got, oh well, that's okay. I don't mind being in a tunnel as long as it sounds okay to you. There's Larry. Kristen Tyree said she sent me pictures the other day. Kristen, if you're on, can you send them again? Because my email is eating things. It's just, I don't see that. And so I'm going to make sure I put my, let me just, I should have this on something, just cloud delete.com and then put live art in the subject. All right, we'll put that in the chat there again. Freezing, yes. It has been cold. Kristen says she's making wreaths. Yeah, I know. She said she sent pictures the other day. And, oh, good. Thanks, Larry. You're frozen solid. I know. We're supposed to have, like, starting at 3 o'clock in the morning or something. Okay, Bob's watching that. I don't know, Larry, if you've seen it on YouTube, but there's a guy that lives in Dash Point that does the Pacific Northwest weather, like live stuff. He lives in Dash Point. He's an air traffic controller for Alaska, and he's a total weather geek. And my husband is totally geeking out on this. He loves it and watches these lives. The guy brings in all the different predictions, all the different prospects, all the different people that have different kind of things, and kind of pulls them all together specific for our area, which is really cool. And he's very, very accurate. So like at 3 a.m. on Friday morning, it's supposed to start icing up with an ice storm, and we're supposed to get anywhere from 1/4 to an inch of ice. Nuts. Gonna be like Portland. Anyway, good. Freezing. Kristen says she's making wreath. They're saying it would be a whopping 8 degrees. Woohoo! Cedar mask. Bob, what his handle is? Oh, let me text Bob here. See if Bob can see there. If he looks at this. Bob, what is that weather guy's handle? Guys channel. I'll ask him. Channel. Larry wants to know. It's 2, no. So, okay, Bob can come through. Okay. And yeah, when I find he'll let me know. I'm hooked on Dr. Reed Timer, Coming Wealthier Geek Storm Chaser. Oh, yes, there's Angel. how are you? Oh my gosh, Angie, good to see you. All right, you guys. Tonight I thought of, okay. Cheers. Christmas Krabby. Woohoo! I've got him back. I thought about what to read tonight. And I thought again. And I decided that tonight I would read a story that I did not read last year. And it's not one that I read very often, but it was just, it's really a beautiful story. And then just now, after watching the totally amazing, moving speech by President Zelensky, oh, wow, that was amazing to listen to him talk. And I thought, this is a good thing that I'm doing this. This is a good book to read. It is by Richard Paul Evans, which some of you may know his stuff. He's the author of The Christmas Box and Timepiece and The Letter and The Locket and things like that. He's founder and executive director of the Christmas Box Foundation and a nonprofit organization devoted to the building of shelter assessment facilities for abused children. And so he's done a whole lot of things. His books are oftentimes very, very faith-based, which is, they're beautiful, and they're just, but this particular illustrator, it's the first time this guy has illustrated a book. Goes off trees. And so the illustrator is Jacob Collins, and he's known as a leading American realist. And I wanted to show you this about him. Because I wasn't familiar with him really, but after looking at what he does in the book, the illustrations are very realistic. Let's see, he's a leading figure in the contemporary revival of classical painting. His website is super hard to read because of the background color versus that. He earned a BA in history from Columbia College, attended the New York Studio School, the New York Academy of Art, and the Art Students League. As a student, Collins also copied extensively in museums in America and Europe. His work has been widely exhibited in North America, in Europe, and is included in several American museums. Collins is the founder of the Water Street Atelier, the Grand Central Academy of Art, and the Hudson River Fellowship. He says, oops, Bob just sent it. He says, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch, Michael Snyder is the guy's name. Let's see, let me write this here in the comments okay. Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. And the guy's name is Michael Snyder. And there's a couple Michael Snyders on YouTube, but you'll see this guy. That's the weather guy, Larry there. So, yeah, he does a really good job in the Northwest. Anyway, back to the illustrator. He says, in the fall of 2006, I founded the Grand Central Academy of Art with a group of fellow artists whom I hold in highest regard. They are all alumni of my first school, the Water Street Atelier, and helped me make it what it has been for more than a decade, a place where serious art students can acquire the foundation of classical education, or serious students. He spent several years since Water Street's inceptions, however, thinking about how to make a more robust, more perfect classical art school, one that ultimately could not be accommodated in an atelier setting. And so he went on. Anyway, his work is just, he's done a lot of things. And the whole idea, I must tell you, the whole idea of realism freaks me out. It's just like the scariest thing in the world. Figures, let's see. Back. I was going to go back. And portraits. He's done, okay, I got it. I got it by my phones now. I got to put it back on Do Not Disturb. Thank you. Still lifes. So in this book, you're going to see still lifes that he's done for this book. You're going to see portrait work. And most of the work is pretty dark. So I'm going to have to bump up the color a lot for you to see because I have the actual book. I don't have it on my iPad, so you could see a little better. But his portrait work, some of them are very real. Like this picture down here, this one, Irma, oil on canvas. This is actually in the book. You'll see this one in the book. So I'm excited to see what you guys think of this because it's really kind of, it's just a beautiful story, but to have the the paintings done, the illustrations done as an oil in a realism form was pretty kind of, cancel that. It's just completely what I think that takes the book to a different level. So let me see. Realism, wild and yeah, exactly. I'm gonna stick a straw in the stick a straw in the amarula. I had, oh my gosh, I did that. Okay, so in South Africa, when I had amarula, they oftentimes put it in your morning coffee because you're on safari. So this morning, I was at an ECAM get together for breakfast thing for like from 9. I thought, what the heck, why not? So I had a little bit of amarula in my morning coffee. Oh my gosh. Well, I figured I was at a holiday party. And, you know, we had people there everywhere from the East Coast to Japan. And so I figured I could. Doc was, it was 2 o'clock in the morning where he was. So I figured I was good. Anyway, so the amarula was good. And now I'm end of the day with my Christmas Krabby and ready for a story. So let's make sure first, because this one takes a little bit of making sure the color is right for you guys to see this. So I'm checking, seeing what everybody else is saying. And going to see this. Here we go. Okay, that's the book. I want brightness setting all the way up, and I've got light. Oh, that's the light that's not on. I knew there was a light that was not quite on. That should help. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we're ready to go. Back to live mode. So you ready? The name of this book is The Christmas Candle by Richard Paul Evans, author of The Christmas Box, and the paintings are by Jacob Collins. I take the cover off, get it out of our way. See, his oil paintings are just, oh. The Christmas Candle. Now I get to do this. Yeah. Okay, that goes over there. I'm going to move my microphone over the other side, I think. Yes. Yes. So it's out of your way. And you can see, there we go. There we go. Oops, back up. And that's locked. Where is it? There's that. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. I'm going to move myself over to the side. There we go. The Christmas Candle by Richard Paul Evans. On a snowy Christmas Eve, a young man made his way along a dark, deserted cobblestone street. His name was Thomas, and he was wrapped in a woolen cloak, a knapsack flung across his back, and in his hands hung a tin candle lantern. Behind the lantern's glass panes sat the remains of a spent candle. When he saw the glow of the candlelight through the shop window of a chandler, the village candlemaker, he hurried his steps, turning in onto the snowy-covered pathways. In Thomas's way stood a beggar, shaking his cup for coins. Thomas pushed him aside impatiently and opened the door to the shop. Inside the shop, metal pots filled with tallow and beeswax hung from a stone hearth. The old chandler stood with his sculptor's tools in his hands, surrounded by the beautiful creations he had made out of wax. "I'm lucky to find you here," Thomas said. "The town is empty." The old man gazed silently at Thomas as the young man glanced about at the rows of sculpted candles. There were sprites and fairies, angels with see-through wings, and fragile princesses in gowns as delicate as lace. They smelled of myrrh and frankincense and meadow flowers. "You are a foolish old man," Thomas said. "You spend hours making beautiful things that devour themselves. How long before the flame melts an angel into an ugly clump of wax?" He pointed to a row of simpler candles. "I only need light. I will take one of those." The chandler looked steadily at Thomas. "The Christmas candles are of no good to you." Thomas was startled by the stern response, but he laughed. "It would do me much good not to stumble in the dark. Are you playing me, old man? I will not pay more for your candle than it is worth." "It is only 4 coppers, but you may find it costly." The old man's words were strangely serious. "I have money. Give me the candle," Thomas shouted. "It is late and my family is waiting for me. I need illumination to find my way." "Then it is illumination you desire?" the chandler asked softly. "That is what I need," Thomas replied. The candlemaker nodded slowly. "So you do." And he took a candle, dipped it over a flame, then placed it inside the lantern's tin frame. Thomas dropped some coins on the counter and walked to the door. The old man's lips pursed in an odd, amused smile. "Merry Christmas, my brother," he said. The farewell surprised Thomas. "To you as well," he stammered, and then he hastily stepped out into the darkness, the lantern lighting the road ahead. Thomas had traveled only a short distance when a shadow emerged from an alleyway. "A robber," he thought fearfully, and he held out his lantern. "Who's there?" he called. Then, in the light of the candle, he saw it was only a frail woman huddled against the cold. "Sir," cried the woman, "a pence, please." His eyes narrowed in contempt at the beggar. Then, as he looked at her more closely, he gasped. He knew the face well. It was his own mother. "Mother? What is this prank? Why do you greet me as a beggar?" The woman stared at him. "Just a halfpence, sir?" "Why are you here? Where are my brothers, my sister?" Thomas asked, and he reached out to her, but she pulled away. "Mother, how peculiar you act. You will catch a chill. Here, take my cloak." And he removed it and held it out to her. Cautiously, the woman came forward. She snatched the coat and then retreated into the shadows. Just a sec. But as she moved from the lantern's light, her appearance changed. She was not his mother, but a beggar indeed. With Thomas's cloak in hand, she disappeared into the darkness. A strange trick, he said to himself. He wrapped his arms around his chest, wishing he had kept his cloak. It is I who will catch a chill. Thomas walked on, quickening his pace against the frigid air. As he passed beneath the awning of a darkened inn, the candle revealed another form lying in the gutter. He held out the candle and again gasped. Has the universe gone mad? Ellen, my brother, are you sick? He set the lantern down and he pulled his brother's limp arm around his shoulders, struggling to lift him. Ellen, I cannot carry you. He pounded on the inn's door, which was opened by a grim-faced woman. My brother is sick, and I fear he will freeze before I can come back for him. May I bring him inside? For the price of a night, she cackled. A shilling. A shilling? Thomas reached into his pocket. I have only 6pence. The old woman scowled and began to shut the door. Wait! My knapsack is worth more than a shilling, Thomas cried, and the trousers inside are newly tailored. I will give you everything. The old innkeeper looked at the bundle, then reached out a fat hand. Thomas flung his knapsack from his back and handed it to her with the last of his money, and she opened the door. Bring him in. Leaving the lantern on the curb, Thomas dragged the man into the inn's foyer. As he gently laid him on the wooden floor, he suddenly saw the man's face, like the beggar's, had changed. So it is your brother who lay in my gutter? Croaked the woman. Thomas gaped at the man. He's not my brother. You are mad, the woman muttered, and she shoved him out the door. Outside, Thomas picked up his lantern. He looked into its glass panes. There is something strange about your light, he whispered. Thomas had just glimpsed the bright lights of home when he came across a little girl shivering in the cold. Have you anything to eat, sir? She asked in a faint voice. Thomas felt a stir in his chest. This child was tiny, no bigger than his sister. Suddenly, he pulled the lantern away. He wouldn't shine it in her face. He could guess its trick. And what could he do for this poor waif? He had no food or money left to give. I have nothing, Thomas murmured as he left her, willing himself not to turn around. Penniless and cold, Thomas trudged onward, hardly glancing at the familiar houses of his childhood. His own home was dressed for the season, and music and laughter came from inside. As he entered the foyer, his mother greeted him with great excitement. Thomas, she exclaimed, you have arrived. Hearing her cry, his sister and brothers rushed into the room to welcome his arrival. When the joviality had begun to settle, his mother looked at him peculiarly. Thomas, where is your cloak? Yes, said his brother Ellen, and why have you no pack? Thomas gazed solemnly into their bewildered faces. I gave everything away, he said. To whom? His mother asked, puzzled. And Thomas looked down at the waning Christmas candle. The old man spoke the truth. You are costly. And a smile of understanding slowly spread across his face, but of great worth. What is this riddle? What old man? His sister asked. A wise man who sculpts candles, Thomas replied as he gazed at the face of his sister. And just then, in his mind, her bright face became the woeful, hungry face of a poor child in the cold. Thomas looked at the sumptuous banquet laid out on the table, and suddenly he turned to the door. Thomas, where are you going? His sister asked. I must see about another member of our family, he said. And as he left the warm, fragrant house for the cold night, Thomas's heart was warm with joy. For that Christmas, a lesson was learned and taken to heart. If we will see things as they truly are, we will find that all, from great to small, belong to one family. And this truth, known from the beginning of time, is perhaps seen best in the joyous illumination of Christmas. And that's the end of that story. I wonder if I can get that. Can't. I wanted to show you that page because that quote I love. There we go. Maybe it'll show. It's not being very cooperative about. Come on. Come on, focus. Come on. Oh, don't be. Huh. Oh, well. It's not doing that. We'll go back. Again, that quote I really love. It says, if we will see things as they truly are, we will find that all, from great to small, belong to one family. And this truth, known from the beginning of time, is perhaps seen best in the joyous illumination of Christmas. What a beautiful, beautiful quote. Anyway, that is the story that I had, the Christmas candle. Yay. I hope you guys liked it. Ice storm is gone. Checking back with the chat. Thanks, Bob. Yes. Dark is a theme, apparently. I will tell Obs I said that. Hot crabby. No, the crabby's not hot. It's just nice cold crabby. I did have some hot cider today. I didn't have anything in it. I just... Welcome, lurkers. Yes, exactly. Filling my body. It is very... You can almost... his all of Richard Paul Evans' stories have this kind of theme of a lesson learned and something that he done. They're very much like that. The locket, the letter, the Christmas box, all of those. Yeah, but this was the first one of his that Jacob Collins did the illustrations for, and I had not seen his work. Hi, Janice. So it's always, especially somebody who does that kind of realism and in oil and whatnot. Just it said, I think they were oil. I hope I'm not wrong on that. Let me just see if it says. He doesn't say on this. Not there. Let's see if it says here. Yep, Mood-Filled Oil Paintings by artist Jacob Collins. Yes. Book came out in... I know I have... When did I meet? I met... 98. Yes. Richard Paul Evans was at a book signing one time, and I got this book then. So, signed it and all. Yes. Anyway, I don't know what anybody else has been doing today. Hi, Mo. Good to have you here. Mona's here. Yay. Cheese and wine, yummy. The art is super realistic, although a bit out of focus. Yeah, I'm wondering why I can't get... Let me try something here. I saw that. Fiddle DD camera, why are you being this way? Go off. Off and on again. See if I can get it to focus a little better. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to try something here because I want you to see that. And book. Oh, that's kind of okay. Let's see if that is better. So, oops, wrong. Back. That wasn't supposed to happen. Stop. Oh, fiddle. Hang on. Stop. There we go. Got it. Okay. Back to here. There we go. Here is the pictures again. And might be in a little better focus. Yeah. For some reason it was out of focus the way I had it. Can see them better? This one particularly, the face on it that he did. Oops. The face is just, the way it's illuminated is just really amazing. And then the old man's book and part of his study got the money left behind for him. And the other pictures, there's that oil painting. Let's go look at his website and see if we can see some of these are there in the still lifes. Yeah, there you can see them better. For some reason, my camera was not very focused. Sorry about that. Let's try something here. Go up to... Come on. Are you not there? There we go. And there. Okay, let's see if we can get to the portraits and see if any of the portraits are the ones in here. Come on. 2 of 6. Well, let's try still life, maybe. It's not opening. Oh well. Well, you guys, his website is Jacob. It's pretty easy. It's Jacob Collins. Oh, where is it? Get out of there. JacobCollinsPaintings.com. And you could go through and see some of the things they showed him before. I got his interiors. Don't understand why the pages aren't opening. Oh well, it's one of those things. Anyway, that's what happens live. I'm gonna take this up to here and close that so I can talk to you guys again. There, beautiful story and just stunning art. Fabulous story. You're welcome. I'm glad you like it. It's in full wrestling mode. Yeah, I am wrestling all kinds of things. I was wrestling all kinds of stuff. It's I'm wearing headphones. Sometimes there's just stuff to manage, and you know, you guys are very patient with me studying it. Fine until the last page. Okay, cool. About the Creality Ender 3S1 Pro. What is a Creality Ender 3S1 Pro? I know that sounds like Mona wants the printer more than B. Oh, that, but I think he will be upset if I don't get him one. is this a but 7, but has tag kids, so he's in advanced classes. STEM activities. Oh, is that like a 3D printer? Oh my goodness. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And then there's STREAM, which is science, technology, reading, engineering, art, and math. And then there is STEAM, which leaves the reading out of there. So it started out as a STEM program. It's a different way of bringing in the other arts, science, technology, engineering, math, into the education system. Here in the United States, we don't always do the best job, haven't always done the best job in fully rounding out all of that. So we've come up with programs that help add that in. STEM was the first one, and then they added STEAM because they'd left art out of it: science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And then there's also Stream Nights, STREAM. They added the reading back in. So it really basically covers all kinds of things. Just depends on how the things. I went to a computer educators conference in Portland one time, and I rode the train from Seattle to Portland, and it was to go to this. And on the train, there were some kids from a local school, private school, that were junior high kids, basically. 6, 7, well, some were middle school and early high school, that they taught STEAM classes all the way down and STEM classes all the way down to the teachers. And it was incredible what they did. So it was great. Engineering, math. The face speaks volumes. Yes. I hate math. Yeah, my favorite part of when I get it into math is when I'm using it with photography. Printer, but setting it up and learning a CAD program to design prints is difficult for many adults. Yes, exactly. Learning that CAD. 3D printer. Oh, yeah. My grandson has one. I have no idea what kind it is. All I know is that they had it for a while and it broke. No, he's totally into Legos, though. He's a 7-year-old that does Legos for 15 to 18-year-olds. He's like total. Oh, it's just amazing to watch him. Tell Matt, let him decide. Oh, wow, a resin printer. No. I'm doing with my own enough. So you guys, I think that's what I'm going to do for tonight for story time. I don't have a lot else unless this will show. I don't know if this, let's see. I can recent snap. Not that. Is it that? Oh, nope. Nope. So, for rest of the week, for coming back on, Bob and I are probably going to go on Christmas Eve to the coast. So for this week, I think I'll come back on, and because I might not be back, I'll probably be off grid on Sunday. So why don't I do Friday night? I'll do Friday night. Okay. So the day after tomorrow, I'll come back on for another story. Then I can read Christmas Trolls in. I just felt like reading this one tonight, and I can read Christmas Trolls or some other stuff. And then we'll have the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off, which is Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, because we're going to be gone Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and probably another 2 nights after that. So then I'll be back for next Wednesday. So I'll come back on Friday. And then for another story, yay! And then it'll be till the next Wednesday, because we're going to be out at the coast, off grid, totally off grid. Yay! Supposed to be king tide. Woohoo, I'm excited. Anyway, I mean to sound so negative, but it will be challenged and may cause some. Yeah, that they are a challenge. Boy, it's not easy. Good advice, Larry. Exactly. That they too oftentimes when we would first get our computers. I mean, kids are different now with computers, but it's the same kind of learning curve. When I had the Apple Early Language Connections program in my classroom, we had some of the first early Apple 456s in there, and they had the disk drive slots, the old ones. They were not for the big 5 1/4 inch; they were the 3 1/4 inch floppies, but they had a slot. And seriously, you have a slot where anything can go, and you have a little kid, they're going to see what they can put in there. I took more googly eyes, more paper clips, whatever else the kids could find that they had, and out of those computers, they were always putting them in the slots. Well, my computer won't run. Yeah. And it was nuts. And I had kindergarten, first and second graders in there. So yeah, 5, 6, 7-year-olds. Have as an open slot, they're going to see what can go in there. It's kind of like, why you have covers on electrical plugs, even for older kids. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, Kristen. Hey, Kristen, I'm glad you're here. Could you send your pictures again? My email ate them or something. I can't find them anywhere. And it's imagesbygretchen@icloud.com. And I'm going to come back on Friday. And so, and if you could put live art in the subject line, then I can know to look for that. But I don't know what I checked everything. I checked to make sure that I hadn't deleted it, that it hadn't, but I was resetting my iCloud drive yesterday, last night, because there's a whole lot of stuff about iCloud Drive that I did not understand, and I had things set wrong that were causing other things not to show up on all my devices. And so I decided to do a little investigation, and I found out I had all these things set wrong. And but in correcting those, I think I lost a few things too. Very possible. So, Kristen, if you could send that again, then we'll look at them on Friday, and we will have fun Friday. Yay! Send anything. Bring your chips and dip or whatever, and drinks, and I'll see if I can get super goofy on Friday, and we can have a fun Friday. But tonight, I did want to read a story that just is, you guys do so much for me. You fill my bucket all the time, and you have made such a huge difference in my life. And I have no idea what kind of a gift I could give you, but just to let you know that your presence in my life is one of the greatest gifts that I have ever received. And I thank you all so much. It just means the world to me to have you come and be part of this story group, and for us to have this Storytime fam, and to know that that we connect with people all over, and it means so much. And I wanted to read a story tonight about someone who had to learn the lesson that you guys live every day. This quote at the end of this book is all about you guys, and it is this: if we will see things as they truly are, we will find that all, from great to small, belong to one family. And that's something that you guys exhibit every day. And this truth, known from the beginning of time, is perhaps best seen in the joyous illumination of Christmas. But you know what? You guys show it every day. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And so until Friday, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in the mirror. Catch you later.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. And through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star among the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Merry Christmas, everybody.